Yeah, he's
That was sick.
We are live. We are live. We are live. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Thank you all for taking the time, whether it be your first time, whether it be your last time, but thank you for taking this time to be here with us tonight. We are crossing streams. Even though Egon said never cross streams, we are breaking the rule just like they did at the end of the movie, and we are crossing streams. Timeouts and Tangents and Team Go Pod are joining forces, and this is going to be a regularly occurring thing. We got myself, Daniel, and Chip in the building. Unfortunately, the king of carnival himself, Zombie Bob, is still carnival kinging. He's ascending his throne, taking his posture, so we wish him merry thee well as he rules over the carnival scene tonight, and we pray that he is merry and good. How are we doing tonight, guys?
I'm doing great.
I'm doing fabulous this evening. Watching the Super Bowl. You know, there's something about the Super Bowl that's just even though the game wasn't the best, there's just like a feeling on Super Bowl Sunday that I just enjoy.
Right. It's like football Christmas.
Yeah.
No dog in the fight, just, game. And y'all may say that the game wasn't the best. I love a good defensive matchup. I love a good ugly. This was not the Rams Patriots game. That was absolutely abysmal.
Yes.
Like, this was actually like good defenses. It wasn't offenses just playing bad. It was two elite defenses holding teams in check, and Drake May playing like the trash quarterback that I thought he was.
Yes. But the D line's just dominating. I do enjoy watching that, but then you got to remember, part of me is like, oh, I call retired. I'm a retired high school O-line coach. So then, like, that part of me just sitting there, I get fixated on Will Campbell, and he's just getting beat play after play, and I'm just like, man.
That was
like
it.
Yeah,
that's what I locked in on, too. Did he not look like Trevor Penning tonight?
He was, I read an article. Yes, the answer to your question is yes. I read an article that was somebody saying that they talked to NFL scouts and they feel like he physically hit a brick wall where, like, he being a rookie in the NFL, like, his body is not adjusted to playing 20 something games or however many games they've played. Mm-hmm. And so, like, he's just physically exhausted and he can't get out of the rut that he's in. I forget who else.
Was he the only rookie on the field tonight?
Oh, no. But
was he the only rookie playing through the playoffs?
He wasn't.
Oh, okay. I'm pretty sure they had a rookie interior defensive lineman for the Seahawks who had a sack tonight on Drake May.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
So I don't want to hear that's excuses.
And that was against Anthony Bradford too.
Right. You're a professional. You're a professional. Be a professional. Like,
the other side of it.
That's why you got drafted in the top 5. Like, you go be a professional. Earn your paycheck. Earn your status. Plain and simple. Before we get deep into this game, though, I want to throw something to you, Daniel. Because last night you and I talked privately, and I told you I want you to save your emotions. Please tell me, how pissed off was it to be live in the building to see us blow a double-digit lead against a team like Georgia that doesn't have shooting, that scores at the rim, and you allow them to attack the rim mercilessly from the second half of the first half through the rest of the game? Please.
So I told AP yesterday before that we talked 1-2 o'clock-ish yesterday. Yeah. And I said that my son's first intramural basketball game was yesterday morning, and he had a great time. And we told him before the game, like, hey, if you listen to your coach, you do a good job, we'll take you to the LSU basketball game tonight because he's gone to a handful of basketball games and he loves them. So we went to the game. I got good tickets. The benefit of LSU basketball being terrible is you can go on SeatGeek an hour before the game and you can get some. We got tickets in the third row for $30 a piece because
boosters.
That's about the same price as Pelicans games, but that's a conversation for another time.
Because if you go on LSUsports.net, fun fact, if you get a nosebleed ticket for last night, it would have been $20. So $30 for the third row was a no-brainer.
Okay. Right. That's absolute no-brainer.
And it was also going to keep my 2-year-old and my 5-year-old entertained and locked in. Because Mike the Tiger came and visited them twice. But anyway, let's get to the game. We're sitting there. We're three rows behind the Georgia bench. And so Chip asked me the same question, like after the game, being so close, what's it like seeing one coaching staff and then looking on the other side of the court and seeing the other coaching staff? And Mike White is just so engaged in his player. He just commands a respect from his players. And then you look at the demeanor of Matt McMahon and the LSU coaching staff. Even when we were up 15 points, you knew what was coming. You knew, even though the energy wasn't there for Georgia, you could tell that the coaches were locked in and they were ready to jump their players' shit, for lack of a better term. And that's what they did. And so there was a couple runs that LSU went on. Mike White calls the timeout, and I'm right there. I mean, he's literally 10 yards in front of me, not even. And you can just see the intensity, and he got it out of his players. And then you look across the court and you look at the other coach, and there's just no fire. There's no emotion. And that's what the problem with LSU basketball is. Me and Chip talked about it. We've talked about this several times. The problem is not on the offensive end. The players are talented, and they can go out there and they can score, but they cannot consistently defend. And so even when they get a 15-point lead like yesterday, yeah, because there's no connectiveness on the defensive end. It's all just individual players. Yeah.
They're not a unit.
They don't know what's coming when it's obvious that everybody else knows what's coming. They're late on switches. They're late everywhere. They're just not communicating like Georgia communicated last night. You can see it when you're that close. You can hear it when you're 3 rows away. And so even when we were down 15, I knew it was coming. I thought Georgia would take the lead in the second half. I didn't think it would be by halftime.
I did. I didn't know. Look, I had no faith that we were going to hold on to that lead. And Chip, I'm going to toss it to you here, but I just want to say, like, this LSU men's team, I'm sick of seeing it for 4 years in a row. They play like LSU under Brian Kelly in the first game of the season. Every game. Like, they just don't know what type of team they are, what identity they're supposed to have, and their defense is so lost because they have no connective tissue at all. Paul, thanks for being in the chat, man, and we definitely appreciate you showing up and showing out for us. And yes, you are right. We do know it is officially time to go back to back. That is right. It is baseball season. It is upon us. And to bookmark this football season, we're going to get into the Super Bowl here in a second. But, of course, we are all LSU fans. So we're going to talk a little bit about the LSU basketball team. So, Chip, give me your thoughts on the men's lackluster effort.
How much time do I have? I'm a massive basketball fan, LSU basketball fan. Massive. Been going to games since the 80s. Dad brought me up on LSU basketball because, we were pretty good in football in the 80s. I was 6 in 80 when the walls came down in between West and East Germany. So I do remember it pretty well, actually, randomly. But it's just so sad to see, like, yeah, in 93 and 97, we weren't very good. It was Dale Brown's last few years, and John Brady came in. But it wasn't like this. It wasn't like this. They were, if you even go look at back at the scores, But I'll tell you this, I remember those games. I remember every single game. And let me tell you the first problem on this basketball team. What was Will Wade's slogan?
Boot up.
Boot up.
Boot up. What's the slogan now?
Boot up.
Boot up. Okay. What was the little LSU basketball sign? Them dunking. This sounds ridiculous, but I'm about to hit you up with something. The little tiger dunking, that old one from like the 60s he brought back. He's still wearing that. No, he's never made it his program.
No.
Still, most of the fans, I would say, probably do love Will Wade. I know there's a bunch of people that claim. I think if he came back, they would jump back on board. Maybe there'll be a few stragglers, but he's never made it his program. He just seems apathetic. He's just not. He can't coach in the SEC. It's just not. It's never not going to happen. I knew it 2 years ago before we went 9-9, and luckily went 9-9 by the skin of our teeth, and then looked like trash the rest of the 9 games we played in. It's just really sad, man. And it seems like, excuse my language, but no one gives a shit.
No,
and it's just, I think that's just, and I'm hearing people actually believing that we might run this back. That is insane. Let AP go coach him.
At this point, please
go coach him for $25,000 a year, just on the side. That's what I would
like. Please. Yeah. I'll have more fight in this team than he does.
Guarantee you would.
Like this is absolutely ridiculous that we're rolling out. I mean, we're paying this dude what almost $3 million a year.
He was making double what Jay was making.
He gets paid almost as much as our 2-time national championship winning baseball coach. Let that sink in.
It's insane. And it just feels like to me that it's just basketball. Who gives a shit? No, people do. This is a basketball. Baton Rouge is a basketball town. I've seen it.
Yes.
I've seen it a bunch. And it's not just one season. I've seen it. I can name you 10 seasons off the top of my head where that place, it used to be called the Death Dome.
Yes.
Now it's the Dead Dome.
Completely dead. And some of that has, and I love Skip. Shouldn't have moved the student section.
No.
Got it. You did it for money. Shouldn't have moved the student section. That's been bad. But, I mean, I don't think he saw a Matt McMahon coming coaching this team and not. I mean, everybody says he's a nice guy, but I don't give a shit.
Nice guy.
It's like he doesn't give a shit.
We need a guy that's going to go get the girl and close the deal.
Absolutely. You got to go get a go-getter. Get a go-getter. That's all of our coaches. At LSU, you need a guy that will – and, yeah, I hear he does go out in the community and everybody talks to him. He's super nice. And, listen, I bet I would love Matt McMahon as a human being. And but he's just not doing what he needs to do.
No.
I mean, hell, pay me $50,000 a year and I'll coach that team.
There's no connective fabric between him, this team, and the culture of the city and the state. Like, we just know him as the coach. And while he may be doing great things in the community, that's amazing. Thank you. It's part of the job. Like, you kind of have to do that. But it's, what are you doing when no one's looking? And hell, what are you doing when people are looking? It's even worse.
It's the 45th double-digit loss in his history. And I'm not even going to go. Absurd. That's crazy. 45th. It would be one thing if he took over a bad team. And I get it, everybody left. They were there the first day he was there. They left, and they only had 2 players by the end of the day. He got 2 players to come back, got it. But it is crazy to me that people are willing to just, we're good at baseball. No, we're LSU. You got to be good at the top 3 fucking sports.
This is everything.
You got to be good at the top 3 sports. There are basketball players in this state that can play.
Yes.
That can play. And I hate that Thomas got hurt. He's definitely a difference maker. But every year somebody gets hurt or somebody quits. Every year. Usually someone gets hurt and 2 people quit. Right. It happened every year. I can name them. When you lost Ward last year, your 3-point shooter, who won you the game against Kentucky 2 years ago. Nah, it's okay. We'll just let him leave and play some guy who was on some mid-major.
Right.
No. What are we thinking? He wasn't good anyways. Yes, he was.
Will Wade's last year, we lost a point guard for half the SEC season, and we still went 8-8 and made the NCAA tournament. So, like, key guys get hurt, and you can still be serviceable. Like, obviously, like, nobody expects us to win the league. Thomas gets hurt. Nobody expects you to go on some massive run, but be competitive.
Please.
You weren't
like, that's it.
After the first stretch where you were up, 31-16 or something like that at that point. After that, you weren't competitive in the game. I don't know what you got outscored by.
Like
how do you go? I bet you I'm going to look this up. How many times has Matt McMahon been down by 30 in his career? I guarantee you, just off the top of my head, I can think of 20. That's insane. That's insane. Now, they usually come back and cut it to 10 or something, but it's just.
But I mean, let's think about this. The two biggest losses of the season to me are the Kentucky loss, and this one. And the reasons why is because you had these games firmly in your hand. You allowed Kentucky to claw its way back and just constantly stay around and constantly hang in. And it's one thing to blow the lead, but then it's another thing to let them have a last-second shot opportunity to finish it. It should have never gotten to that point. And in this game, you're up 15 to lose by 12.
And get dominated after you're up by 50.
Right.
I mean, you got dominated.
If you look at the final score and the box score, you would never believe LSU had a lead, let alone a double-digit lead at that.
Yeah, and AP, it's like a everyday thing. Turn on Tiger Droppings while they're up by 15 and listen to all the McMahon lovers, and they'll tell you, see, I told you so. I'm like, guys, you guys know better than this. Why are you talking out your ass right now? Let the game in first. And then, literally within 5 minutes, you're tied. It's crazy.
It's crazy. It's crazy. This men's basketball team is dead. It's fine. We need to just give
program dead.
Put the flowers on it. Bury this.
Yes.
Do an exorcism on it so we can cast out all these bad spirits. Pray over and bless the PMAC and let us move on. We cannot run into this again in 2027. This has to end this season. And I get it. There's no benefit in firing him right now.
No.
You gain no advantage. In football, it makes sense. It makes all the sense in the world to fire your coach in the season, get a jump start on the coaching search. You got early signing class that you got to close out. You got the portal season that rolls right into the start of the year. You need to fire. You cannot let a football coach drag on through the end of the season. Basketball coach doesn't make a bit of a difference. Let his ass finish out the season. Let him earn the rest of the paycheck for this year. And then once this season ends at the end of March, at the beginning of March, like it's going to, move the hell on. Move the hell on. I get it. People are talking about we don't have the money. There's boosters that aren't excited because they've invested a lot into the roster. If anything, that should excite them even more because you invested the money into this roster and you have a 2-8 team. There is no bigger indictment on this coach right now than you looking at the roster that you paid for, that you gave him the money to assemble. So his evaluation sucked, and then the adjustments he made based off of his evaluations was worse. You need a return on your investment, and the biggest return that you can get is knowing that that guy won't be in charge next year.
Yeah, and the excuses are, well, he doesn't have that good of players. Like, what are you talking about? First off, I can name you all those players. He's been in the top 15 in recruiting.
Every single year.
One of them.
Every year.
One of them.
Every year.
But
LSU has been bringing in top basketball recruiting classes every year since he's been here. The recruiting has not fallen off.
Yeah, you want to talk about John Brady? You want to look what John Brady had to go through. He had one scholarship 1 year. One. And then the guy got hurt in the first fucking week. And guess what? I don't know if you remember those teams. Daniel, I know, does, because we talk about it every day at class in freshman year. But those players played their asses off, and they won 3 SEC games.
That was actually my favorite LSU basketball team ever to watch. And it wasn't one scholarship, Chip. It was 6. They because the NCAA decimated them because of Dale Brown.
giving it $600,000
to Lester Earl. And so it was the year after the Sweet 16.
Excuse me, 6,000 different times.
Whatever it was. It was the year after the Sweet 16. So I think it was 01, 02. And they went down to 5 scholarship players.
That was 2001. Yeah.
2000. And so Lamont Roland was the one that got hurt.
Yes.
Who was a starter on the team the year before. I think the only returning starter from that Sweet 16 team. But they played their rear ends off every single night. They rotated in walk-ons. One of them was Shaq's younger half brother. The other one was a white point guard named Charlie Thompson. That they just rotated these guys in there that weren't really SEC caliber players. But you know what John Brady had them doing? He had them playing defense, and they were in every single game. But then they would run out of gas in the last 5 minutes because all these dudes were playing 38, 40 minutes.
Yeah, and those Arkansas would be playing 12 years.
Hard minutes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hard minutes.
But yes, because they're defending their rear ends off the entire time. But then they won a game in the SEC tournament.
Against Arkansas.
Against Arkansas.
No, they beat Arkansas. Then they played Georgia, who was really good. And then they barely lost. Yeah, they lost.
Yeah, every game they barely lost. Yeah. But that was my favorite LSU basketball team. They went 3-13 in the league or whatever it was. But they absolutely gave everything they had on the floor every single night.
But you saw promise, and you saw John Brady light up the officials all the time. And that was kind of his MO, crybaby Brady. But I would rather a crybaby than someone just stand there with his hands up.
Right, you saw something. You saw somebody trying to fight. And I tell you this, man, shameless plug. I dropped a video on YouTube and on Twitter going over the connective tissues between Lane and Louisiana and how they resemblance each other from the fall and rebuilding. And Matt McMahon gives me bougie white collar vibes.
Yeah. What was the movie I was watching? Eyes Wide Shut. He is literally, that movie's about white people. So, I mean, but I think, yes, he is. He wears a mask and probably goes to a,
yeah, we're not going to go all there.
Yeah,
but,
no.
He gives me those types of vibes. Like I'm not saying the dude doesn't work hard because he does work hard. It just doesn't think. Yeah. I don't think he knows what areas to work hard in, and that is where he's failing this program. And he's failing the university. Like we can't buy into him because he can't really relate to us at this point. This is his fall. You know what I'm saying? He hasn't had to build himself back up from anything, so he doesn't understand what it's like to climb. And unfortunately, you're not going to be able to climb here. Like, you have to be ready to roll. I get it. LSU men's basketball program has been a little bit of a downer, but Will Wade had us in the tournament. Like, your expectations aren't Sweet 16, Elite 8. It is B64.
What did Will Wade have us? Will Wade took over 2 and 14, 15, whatever. Yeah. He recruited his ass off, went and got players. From day one, he was out there, and you saw him every day. Don't matter. It's even before social media was as big as it was, and you saw him all the time. That was why people loved him so much. That's what our football coach does. That's what our baseball coach does. That's what our women's basketball coach does. You see, there's a lot of resemblance there. You need someone like that at LSU.
Absolutely.
And I'm not saying Matt McMahon has won on a high level at those smaller schools, but like Daniel said when we hired him, because I was really pissed, obviously, because of what happened with Will Wade.
Right.
But you taking chance with those mid-majors all the time. They don't work out most of the time. And where else are you going to go? I get it. But sometimes you get a coach that was it Golden that went to Florida?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's what happens. You got an AD who I think is very similar to Matt McMahon, who was our last AD, who isn't a very big go-getter. And he seems like one of those people too that he's very uppity. And I think he was a lot. And I know a lot of people like Scott
Woodward.
Fat frat boy. Yeah. Everybody loves that dude, apparently. I mean, well, I don't know everybody, but he did a piss poor job at hiring.
Well, I think Will Wade was such a renegade that he just went for the safest guy. Like that guy who just comes in, who's like Andy Griffin. Like,
renegade LSU, though. LSU, I mean, you'd think a guy, especially.
Yeah, but Woodward didn't know that.
He's a guy from LSU.
You gotta think about it. Like, he went complete clean cut and straight lace to buck what the program was already under lights for, right?
Yeah.
Like it was let me save the football program as best as I can and make sure that I don't put the football program in jeopardy like that again, and potentially hire someone who's willing to take this job with the threat of what's coming, and two, I know won't put us at risk for the same things Will Wade did before.
Mm-hmm.
I think, looking back at it, would Woodward make the same hire knowing what he knows now?
I would think not.
I don't think he would. No. I don't think he would. I don't think he would at all. Oh, my boy Oops is
I saw that.
To you, Oops. Oh, don't worry. I'm going to get to you, Oops. My boy line up LeBlanc. Rashid is a world champ. We're going to get to that in a second. So can we do like what Ohio State and the Los Angeles Chargers were trying to do and claim Rashid Shaheed and the Saints as a Super Bowl champ through Rashid Shaheed?
Why not?
Ohio State was trying to claim Joe Burrow as theirs, and the Chargers are trying to claim Drew Brees as their Hall of Fame quarterback. Can we do that?
Did you see that interview with him the other day?
Ole Miss.
That would be Ole Missy. Ole Miss-ish.
Yeah, that would be very Ole.
Oops.
Solid point.
Oops. We know what you would do.
Yeah, we heard it. Oh God, they put a banner up.
Oh yeah, boy, OS champion.
They will put a banner up. They claim Ole Miss just won a Super Bowl championship tonight. Anyway, LeBlanc asked, "What do you think of Will Campbell's performance?" We talked about that to kind of start the show. Our boy was out there looking like Trevor Penning, So
like ice out there.
It was not good at all. I mean, I know the Winter Olympics started in Spain, but he did not have to compete in the figure skating championship tonight.
That's what it looked like.
Ice skating. David, what up, man? Thanks for joining the show tonight.
David.
I appreciate you for coming in. And then Oops asked again, who was worse, Will Campbell or Bad Bunny? I mean, when you talk about the halftime show, I mean, it wasn't bad. I just didn't understand it. Man.
Yeah, it was just like, what are we doing?
Right, it's like it's vibes, like it was good to see. It was a party, but I couldn't join in on the party because I didn't know what was being said. But,
yeah, it seemed like it was just for one person only. It's kind of like the opposite of what the country supposedly stands for, right?
I didn't even watch it, and not that I was protesting it or anything.
Yeah, I'm not going to be that person.
Right. That's when everybody who was at my house was leaving. Like everybody left at halftime. Yeah. And so grandmas and kids that's when there were too many distractions in my house. So I didn't see it. So I got no opinion one way or the other.
I mean, LeBlanc even agrees. Sheed was ours until literal weeks ago. We can still claim him for now. I think we still have the receipts on that. So I kind of agree with him on that too. So we need to make sure we get a banner ready. Like just not even a full banner, just like a little strip to hang in the dome, like on the Wall of Fame.
How would that look? What would you write on there?
One Saints player.
What would you write on there? What would y'all do?
Partial Super Bowl 60 champ, courtesy number 22.
Yes.
And just leave it at that. Courtesy number 22. No trophies, no displays. Just that one little single strip banner.
Just a strip
that you can get from FedEx Kinko's. Kind of like that SEC West Division Championship banner that they have in that school at Oxford.
Like office parties, whenever they start like putting.
Yeah. Exactly like
just
that.
Write it on the magic marker.
Exactly like that.
And we could put it above like section. I think my section when I had season tickets was like 637. Like one of those corner ones
like
in the terrace.
There's places to sit.
Like put it and not even put it on like the inner strip. We could put it on like the silver wall.
Yeah.
like where the fans can touch it.
Yeah, I agree. Like, yeah, do you want to see handprints like dirt mark? Yeah. And he's gritty because he's a gritty football player. He's the man. And I'm sad that he's gone, man.
I am too, man. But I'm happy that he was able to go to an organization like that and actually get a ring. He deserves it. The kid has been putting on since he signed with the Saints, and his speed, athleticism, his ability to catch deep balls, break back punt returns, and kick returns needed to be highlighted on an elite stage. And I couldn't think of a player that we didn't retain this season that didn't deserve to be in this spot more than him. I'm happy to see Rashid Shaheed have gotten a ring tonight. So congratulations to Rashid. Unfortunately, everyone from Louisiana is able to prosper and celebrate this. That school in Oxford doesn't really know what that feels like because they don't know how their players actually win until they leave that place. LeBlanc puts up a nice long comment. He says, on the halftime show, my cousin married a Latina. They had lots of Latin music, and none of us knew what the hell they were saying, but the music was lit, and we cut up with that side of the family like there was no tomorrow. Now I listen to Latin music all the time and still have no idea what the lyrics say. It's just good music. Right, it's a vibe. It's a vibe. It's a whole vibe. Like whenever I go to Mexico, I don't know what they're saying, but it makes you move. It's infectious.
I mean, I like Latinas. Latino women are the best.
Right, and they make fire guac.
Yeah, and they're the best. I mean, and they're wonderful mothers.
Shout out to Latina moms.
I was in the military for a little while. I was lucky to meet a lot of people that had come in legally, and not trying to get political or anything. And they're the hardest working people you'll ever freaking meet. Their families have got to. It's a great culture, and yes, the music is on point. I just don't know what they're saying.
Right. David puts in the chat, I'm watching the downhill skiing, and these chicks are doing 70 miles per hour. It's absolutely nuts. Yeah, it's still on my TV too because I haven't changed the channel. And in the background, I keep looking up, and I keep seeing somebody just fly like going 90 miles. It's nuts. But
that is nuts. It's scary.
I mean, people die from Sonny Bono died from flying into a tree. I mean, it happens.
It's nuts. I'm sorry.
I'm
not doing it. I've been to Breckenridge, lived in Colorado.
It's awesome.
I rode up to the slopes on the lift,
and that's kind of scary.
And that is absolutely freaky.
Did you see a few weeks ago with the lift flying around and going into that is my nightmare.
No. I'm out.
I'm done with skiing.
Yeah, I agree. I'm not doing it.
I'm out on that. So, what are y'all thoughts on this Super Bowl? Overall, did you think that it was going to go the way that it went, or did you expect a different result?
I expected the Seahawks to win. I thought New England would be a little more competitive. I know the final score was they scored a touchdown at the end, but it wasn't competitive. I knew, like we talked about yesterday, AP, they haven't really been battle tested. If Bo Nix isn't hurt, I feel like the Broncos are in the Super Bowl.
Yes.
I feel like if they'd have played the Bills, the Bills probably would have beat them too because they wouldn't have been able to keep pace with Josh Allen. And I mean, they earned that in the regular season, getting a higher seed, having an easier schedule. I mean, an easier path to the Super Bowl. Well, they did have an easy schedule because they were a last place team last year. But that's kind of the mold of the NFL, I guess, is you kind of reward teams from the year before. But they weren't battle tested. Feel like the Broncos were better. Feel like the Bills were better, but they got there. So I just felt like it was a matter of time before they got exposed. And boy, like you said, Drake May got really exposed tonight.
I mean, looking at their bracket, and I have it pulled up here. To say the Seahawks were the number one seed, they played a playoff schedule like they were an 8th seed. Like they just barely got in. I mean, you match them up with the Panthers, with the 49ers, who they played already twice. Granted, they dog walked them 41-6, but then you have to match them up again with the Rams, who they played already.
That's
twice.
tough.
That is not easy. I mean, Matthew Stafford won the MVP and deservedly so.
Yeah.
Puka Nacua is probably the best wide receiver in the league.
He's so good.
And you match them up against the number 1 seed, like what? And then you look at the team like the Patriots who played the Chargers, who scored 3 points because Justin Herbert had no offensive line. And then they played the Texans, who the Texans could have beat them, but C.J. Stroud likes to play like DJ Lagway playing the LSU Tigers and just gives the ball to everybody wearing the opposite jersey color that he wears. And then they play the Broncos in Denver against Jarrett Stidham.
Yeah,
he
Jesus.
hasn't started a game since Moses was a boy.
Yeah.
You talk about an easier path. Like they had what an old 1 seed would have had in the NFL. Like that doesn't match up. And like you said, when you look at their schedule, so when you look at it from a 10,000-foot view, their schedule was easy. The playoff route was easy. So of course their stats and expectations were inflated. And now you finally put them up a team that's been there, that's done it all year long. And you're telling me that New England team is gonna even remotely come close to beating this team? I never had a doubt in my mind that Seattle was going to win this game. I thought that they were going to win it by 10 points or more. No, I didn't think it was going to get out this far out of hand. But I thought it was going to be one of those games where come late third quarter, fourth quarter, they just roll away with it. Because Seattle's defense is absolutely elite. And Drake May isn't. And I truly feel like Tyler Shuck is better than Drake May. Because I've watched him stand in the pocket behind an offensive line that is nowhere near as good as what Drake May has in front of him. Throw to a bunch of mailmen, beer delivery guys, and Amazon truck drivers. And throw absolute dimes. Whereas he was throwing and he was playing the quarterback position like what Sam Darnold was when he was drafted third by the New York Jets. It was ugly. It was ugly.
Yeah, it was ugly.
Chip, how do you feel about that?
How I feel about like the Super Bowl, just in general. Right? I would have liked to have seen the Bills make it on that. I think the Bills and Seahawks would have been an incredible game. I think if the Bills somehow get through Sean Payton, I think they definitely beat New England in the snow. I mean, I didn't know if in butts were candy and nuts, we'd all be fat and happy, but I would have liked to have seen. I knew it was going to be kind of. I was banking on something like this. So when I saw the New England was in it, New England's just not a very exciting team. They're very, very vanilla.
And I like Vrabel a lot.
Oh, I love Vrabel. It was good. I think
it's year one for him.
New England is good. I think it's good for the NFL.
Do we think this Patriots team can be better than this?
No.
Well, yeah. I think if they got a better person at the helm, of course. I mean, I think it's crazy. Since Brady, they've pretty much had the same quarterback. I mean, I guess you could say that little stint with where they had Cam
Mac
Newton,
Jones.
That's different. But Mac Jones and what's there very similar.
I think they're done because I mean, Mahomes is going to be back, and he owns the AFC, and then the Bills are a wild card. But then the other one that's coming back is the Ravens.
Denver.
Well, and then Denver. Well, Denver's there. So I think it's going to be a 3-horse race.
And Denver ain't going.
Denver's not going anywhere. Sean Payton's going to be there every year.
Denver's not going anywhere.
Yeah, it's a shame that you saw I would have. In fact, I would have liked to have seen that game too. Denver versus. It's a shame he. What's his name broke his ankle the second to last play.
Bruh, that's such a bad break, literally, and like I mean that in all things possible, like every round, like pun intended. It's such a bad break,
literally.
David said that was so boring to watch. I would have rather watched Mahomes and the Chiefs again. I like defensive games. I like baseball. Like I like pitchers duels in baseball. Because
Alabama and LSU in 2011 was fun as fuck for me. I was sitting there to see the whole thing.
All it takes is one play to break that game open, and I live for that moment. Was Drake May to MVP MVP runner-up. Give me a fucking break. Chance, what up, my man? Thanks for being in the chat. Yeah, Drake May was definitely the most overhyped MVP runner-up I have seen in a long time.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Like, it was absolutely crazy. And to piggyback off what Oops said earlier, he said Witherspoon is a star in the making, and he said, oh, Kenneth Walker doing absolutely nothing for me in fantasy all year, and then just goes nuclear in the playoffs. You're absolutely right. I drafted Kenneth Walker as my first
You're agreeing
running back
with
on one
Oops
of my
here.
rosters. I know I am, and I deserve to agree with Oops here because I feel him on this one. This is a valid point. When the playoffs came and Zach Charbonnet went down, I thought the running game was over. This dude is out here running like Le'Veon Bell.
Mm-hmm.
What?
I had him a couple years ago. He was fantastic.
Yes.
He was fantastic.
That you're just rubbing salt in the wound there, Chip.
Yeah, no, I understand where Oops is coming from. That's happened to me plenty of times, though.
Chance, you're absolutely right. Chance says Sean Payton needed to kick that field goal. He should have, but we all know Sean is going to go for the points.
No, he's going to run a double reverse to the tight end
to the
every single time.
The third string tight end. No one will ever know. I mean, you know who does that shit? And I just want, and I hate to, sorry to go off. Lane Kiffin does this shit. Is it great? Zach Grace. There's going to be twice in that season. He might only have 3 catches, maybe 2 touches all year, but one's going to go for 50 yards.
It's going to be on 4th down.
Yes, and it's going to be on that like a play like where you have to get a first down. It's going to be a 3rd and 5, and he's going to come out there in the flat wide open, and he's going to waylay a safety out right when he's about to go out of bounds for about 40 yards.
Yeah.
Do y'all remember the first play of the game in the Super Bowl that Sean Payton called?
No, I don't actually. That's bad.
Fullback belly.
Wait, so
the best part of this,
you coached this kid.
Well, yeah. So I was coaching the Saints. Well, the Saints running backs coach and the Saints O-line coach for the Super Bowl year. I was coaching both of their sons. And so Aaron Cromer, who went on to be the interim head coach for the Saints, and he's now he's the O-line coach for the Bills or the Rams, I forget, one of the two. But he actually brought the film to the coach's office, and I got to watch film of the Super Bowl, the Saints copy of the film with their O-line coach. And Chrome's telling me, like, we're talking about it, and then we're going through everything like coaching wise, and we get to like the first play of the game. And I'm like, fullback belly to start the Super Bowl. He goes, yeah, I don't really know what Sean was thinking about that. Sean just, he does some weird things sometimes, and he was fixated on fullback belly on the first play of the game. So he's like, we ran fullback belly and got 2 yards on the first play of the Super Bowl.
I guess.
Who was the fullback? Zach Line? Was that who?
Zach Line, I think was.
Yeah.
In 09.
I just remember I remember his kid had pink gloves from the because that was the first year they did the
you're talking the kid I coached.
Yeah, he had pink.
Yeah, they were always decked out in Saints gear.
I would be too.
Chance said Drake May could have avoided many of those sacks, and that's what shocked me the most about this game. If anything shocked me, is the fact that the one thing he had was his mobility, and you kind of saw Sam Darnold being the evasive quarterback in the pocket when things were breaking down more so than Drake May. It was like he was playing more afraid than anything. He wasn't using the mobility that he had. But I think it's because Drake May is not that good, and that's just me personally. I mean,
their O-line wasn't too good for Drake. Was scared. It was kind of Nussish, this year. It looked like he was just really scared.
But it's one thing for Nuss, to have been scared and holding the ball because he's hurt and really can't put anything under it. Drake May wasn't hurt. And I get that the offensive line was playing bad, but that's when elite quarterbacks, that's when MVP runner-up quarterbacks play like I should have won the MVP.
Yes.
Drew Brees lost the MVP to Patrick Mahomes in 2018 and still carried the team.
Yeah.
Easy.
He made Teron Armstead rich.
He did.
Gary Evans, Carl Nicks. He made He made Mickey Loomis look like a genius for trading Jimmy Graham for Max Unger.
I forgot about that one.
Like, we don't talk about the flubbing of Stephon Anthony enough because we got Max Unger out of the deal.
How much money did Drew Brees make other people? That's crazy to think about.
Bruh. Traquan Smith is arguably the worst receiver I've seen in a Saints uniform, and he could not leave this roster.
There were so many of those receivers in and out.
Traquan Smith went to Florida, right? Am I right?
FIU, I think.
Oh yeah, one of them. I think
it was some school out of Florida. I forgot what it was, but it's one of those lower. Could have been FAU for all I know.
Yeah,
I mean, bruh, what are we talking about?
Dude, they loved him though.
I also agree with Lion Up LeBlanc in the chat.
Lion upstairs. I'm so glad Zombie is in here to slander Drew. So wait,
we've been talking about that for years, by the way.
Zombie's been slandering Drew Brees for like 14 years
since after the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
what?
Ever since I've known him.
All right, so AP, I don't know if you were watching the night before Seton committed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, on our show, Zombie Bob wore a dark hoodie. And he had the hood on the whole time because his bit for that night was that Lane Kiffin was no longer the portal king because he hadn't signed anybody that day and we hadn't gotten Jordan Seton yet. And so sometimes Zombie Bob gets on these bits and then they become realities to him. So
he believes the lie he tells himself. He becomes
correct.
Heath Ledger and the Joker.
Yeah, he falls into a never-ending troll.
Yes. So his thing was that forever that it was Sean Payton, it wasn't Drew Brees. But then it became like he hated on Drew Brees because Drew Brees threw for 500 yards. I don't remember what's the highest yards Drew Brees ever threw for in the game. I don't know. But
52 or something. It was something ridiculous.
So whatever the ridiculous number is. So then Zombie's like, well, he didn't do what he did last week. And so then it just turned into this hatred thing. And now the man will not eat at Jimmy John's. He will not eat.
That's what it was in 2006 against the Colts. I remember that. Against the Bengals.
Yeah, I think his hatred started somewhere around 2010. So that makes sense. And those were the years where the defense for the Saints was garbage. Yes, we wasted Drew Brees
for 500 yards.
Yeah, we wasted Drew Brees' prime because of bad defense.
Yes.
Not because of Drew Brees, because of bad defense. And all those drafts and I remember Cromer used to tell me they would get in fights with the defensive coaches and they'd be like, y'all have got all the first round picks. We don't have any first round picks.
Right.
Cromer used to get pissed about that.
That was when they were drafting Stanley Jean-Baptiste.
Yeah. Mickey struck out for a long time there. But then it became a bit for Zombie to just hate on Drew Brees for all of the Saints' faults. So if Drew Brees threw for 430 yards and we lost 38-35, he should have thrown for 500 so we could have won the game.
Wait till I get him back on this camera. I'm going to treat him like oops.
Dude, it's crazy. So I have a close friend that was really pretty. He was well liked in the Saints organization, right? So he worked for him, and he was actually in there when who was the DC that got us in trouble. Loved him to death.
Greg Williams.
Great, yeah, Greg. And he was in there when the deed happened. Whenever the person heard Greg Williams talk about the bounty, isn't that nuts? He was in the room when it happened.
That is nuts.
Yeah, absolutely nuts. He says that Greg's awesome, by the way.
I've heard the same thing too.
Yeah, he's the man. Players love him.
Like the man.
Yeah. He's like, okay, we're not that great on defense, but let's just go get interceptions and fumbles.
Right.
All we got to be, we have one of the best offense. Be a top 15 defense, and we'll be fine.
We'll be fine.
I don't know if we finished that year, but I think it was about 15th.
It was middle of the pack.
Yeah, but I think top 5 in turnovers.
But we were like top 5 in turnovers and like top 10 in sacks.
Yeah, that's when it was fun.
It was perfect balance.
Yeah,
because we just kept giving the ball to the offense, and that's all we needed.
Yeah.
David says, I don't mind defensive games, but I don't like an overmatched game that I never felt like a contest. That's Drake May's fault. That's Drake May's fault. Chance says Sam Darnold proved he can survive being a New York Jet quarterback.
It's the trials and tribulations of Sam Darnold.
My last Greg Williams story. Cromer gave me, I don't remember if he gave us a DVD or something. It was DVDs back then. Coaching clips. All these coaches would put together coaching clips for clinics and stuff like that. But he gave us a DVD of Greg Williams. And Greg Williams had a saying, I thought it was the funniest thing, and I still think of it to this day. He would teach his players, he would say, when a guy falls on the ground, if the whistle hasn't blown yet, even if he's down, jump on him again and hit him one more time. And Greg Williams called it burping the bitch. So he would always say, burp the bitch and jump on him even when he's on the ground because it's one more hit. And I always thought it was the funniest thing, and it always stuck with me.
That's old school, and I love it.
Yeah, it's old school. Greg Williams was just old school at a time where there's no more.
Yeah, he played in that good Central Florida team. That's right.
Yeah. Chance lets us know that Traquan was at UCF, and that's I think wasn't that the one that claimed the national championship?
He might have been on that team. There was a couple good Central Florida teams. There was one with the old Georgia Tech coach too, in like 13 or 14.
Yeah.
Well, and there was also one where our running back coach was their starting.
Yes, was their starting running back.
Yeah. So
yeah.
John Sibley Butler,
Dr.
thanks for being in the
Butler.
chat, my man. He says Drew Brees was my son's quarterback in 8th grade. That's wild.
See, that's why I'm okay with Dr. Butler being a Texas Longhorn fan. So I can.
Is he a Texas Longhorn fan?
I believe he's both.
Yeah, but I was about to say I think he is both.
He's both. The man, though.
Chance was asking how tall was he in 8th grade.
Look,
Drew is probably the exact same height. like Drew is not tall at all. I know they list him at 6 feet. I am 6'1", brother, and Drew Brees is not 6 feet.
It's so strange, but for some reason, obviously, I believe in stuff like this, but it is crazy to me. Like, you would always watch Big Ten games back. They were always all on TV, and I must have saw Drew Brees play 20 times as a kid and while he was at Purdue, which is freaking crazy. I would just somehow always catch a Purdue game, and you could tell he had the right stuff, you know.
Didn't he play in the Alamo Bowl? I remember an Alamo Bowl.
Yes.
I remember the Rose Bowl.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh yeah.
Even
did that.
Even in college, like you said, I remember catching a couple of those Purdue games, and I remember like seeing them play. Like, who is this small ass white kid just throwing dimes? Like. Yeah. He is slinging it
at Purdue,
right? At Purdue, right? And I mean, it was coming out fast. It was coming out quick. And when the Chargers drafted him with the first pick in the second round, I was like, well, him and LaDainian Tomlinson might be a problem.
Yeah, he married the one beautiful girl that has ever gone to Purdue too. So I mean, that's freaking crazy.
Just taking strays at Purdue there.
She's not. She's a good-looking woman.
There's no Big Ten pretty at all. Me and Daily Joy talked about that Monday.
No Big Ten pretty?
No Big Ten pretty.
It got to be one. It's got a couple Ohio State girls.
There's no Big Ten pretty. It's all cold up there.
Yeah, it's not their fault, though.
Yeah, it's not their fault. It's just, natural.
Just the way it is.
Of the environment.
That's awesome.
Chance lets us know that Dr. Sibley Butler works at UT.
That's awesome.
And he confirmed it, yeah.
Yeah, professor at Texas, but undergrad at LSU. Drew was short. His grandfather played quarterback at Texas. And what's crazy is about when it comes to Drew, I don't think he was heavily recruited by Texas at all. So good job, horns down.
Yeah.
Thank y'all for messing that
Terrible
up.
miss.
Right. That's your miss, Texas.
But I think they had like Chance Mock, who was like a 5, was like a perennial power, and so was, and what's his name, who was from Baton Rouge, who went there.
Major Applewhite, Phil Simms. Phil Simms' son, Chris Sims.
But I mean, which guy's first First time Hall of Famer. First year
You had
induction.
him in your backyard, first ballot Hall of Famer, and now he's gone.
Sucks, man. I
Sucks.
would hate to be that.
I mean, it
I'm
happened
sure
to
I can
us.
go pinpoint somebody that LSU did that to, but
Yeah, it's
like
called the
Nebraska and
Manx.
Joe Burrow, that's gotta hurt.
Marshall Falk.
Marshall
Marshall
Falk.
Falk. Yeah, it's the
Play
Manx.
DB.
Like,
Gotta play DB.
we missed out on a lot of potential Hall of Famers. But it was also because the program wasn't where it is now.
Yeah, I understand that, but like Texas was still a powerhouse then.
Yes, exactly. That's my point. Like Texas just had their picks of the litter, and that's what they didn't. I mean, you look at a quarterback coming out of high school who's like barely 5'10", and he's just accurate. You're like, yeah, we got like 30 of those around this state. Like,
yeah, the only guy I remember missing in recent years really bad, and I'm sure that someone can correct me on this, but Dak Prescott, I think, probably was a big miss, but we would have still played him at tight end.
He would have been, but let's be honest, he would have been terrible in Les Miles' offense.
Probably.
Absolutely.
Probably.
So
you're not wrong about
it worked out good for Dak to go somewhere else.
And I like Dak.
Yeah, I think that going to Mississippi State was absolutely perfect for him because it gave him the exposure that he needed to get drafted. He lifted to Mississippi State. He did to Mississippi State what Lane Kiffin did for the school in Oxford.
Yeah, he had a great offensive mind as a coach. Mullen's a great offensive mind and still killing it.
It was a perfect match.
Yep.
Chance says UCLA and USC are Big Ten pretty now. No, they don't count.
I'm not going to count them. But
I'm not counting them.
This is a good conversation, Chance. Thanks for bringing that up.
Right.
Yeah, UCLA, man, some foxes out there, man.
Yeah. Look, it's California.
Oh, yeah.
Like once again, it's why there is no Big Ten pretty because you can't come outside. It's too
no idea why California is the best place to go to, but it's not. But it is beautiful.
It is gorgeous.
Should be the best place to live.
It's gorgeous. LeBlanc lets us know that Lake Lions UCA national champions. Not sure what we're talking about.
What are Lake Lions?
What are Lake Lions?
Is it?
I think he said that on Twitter. I remember seeing him. It's some school. I don't remember which school it is.
That's awesome.
I'm not sure. Dr. Sibley Butler once again says Drew was the pride of St. Andrew's Episcopal School. Then he went to Westlake. Texas thought Drew was too short. See, and thank you, Dr. Sibley Butler, for confirming what I thought. So,
I wonder what that was like to see Drew Brees play as a 7th grader, 6th grader.
I'm pretty sure he still played the same way.
Yeah, Dr. Sibley, did you think he was going to be what? Obviously, not a first. I'm not going to hold you to that, but did you think he was just going to run through Purdue and then just kill his NFL? Kill us
Dr.
good.
Sibley brings up something fantastic. Not to cut you off, Chip.
Yeah.
He says LSU missed out on a great player because the Tigers would not allow him to play quarterback. He decommitted from LSU. His name was Vince Young. Yep.
Yeah, I know we had a shot at him. I didn't know did he commit? That's crazy. I can't remember.
I don't think I knew he committed.
I didn't know he committed either. Like that's new to me.
You missed out. We missed. That's a good one. That's a yeah.
Well, same.
And he would have shined that shit.
Same thing under Saban. Pat White, the quarterback at West Virginia. Saban wanted him as a DB, and it was only because Rich Rod on signing day offered him a spot as a quarterback because whoever else they signed fell through.
Yep.
But he was a perfect fit for that West Virginia team, though.
Yeah.
Like that where they had like Slayton and I forget the little scat back they had. God, he was good too. He almost went to LSU. Didn't make the.
Could you imagine if Les Miles wouldn't have got fired when he did? We would have lost out on Jamar Chase for being recruited.
Jamar Chase committed to
Florida.
Kansas.
Well, TCU,
Kansas and Florida was in
Florida and TCU.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like we would have lost on Jamar Chase. Oh,
man. It's the same. Les was just when it was. I know I keep going off subject, but I feel like it was kind of like the basketball program. Like we're just at a standstill. Like we got to get out of this rut, you know?
Yeah. It's crazy. Dr. Sibley Butler says he committed and Vince wore LSU jerseys as a freshman at Texas.
Man, that would have been what 2000.
Yeah. My God, that kind of hurt me just now, Dr.
99 maybe.
Butler, that hurt. Oh my God.
I remember seeing they used to have recruiting magazines. It's because obviously they had the internet, but I remember this big article, and he was a sophomore in high school. I was like, I want that dude, and it was an LSU recruiting magazine. So there's definitely a lot of truth to that, Dr. Sibley. You're definitely.
I remember LSU was in the thick of it, but that was
we wanted him.
But that was back when recruiting was in its infancy, so I don't think I knew that he was committed.
Yeah, I guess there was no way of us knowing unless you were like
in it.
Knew him. Yeah, in it. That's freaking crazy. I didn't know. That's good to know. Thank you.
That is amazing to know. Genesis for TV says Will Campbell is the worst tackle to get drafted as a 4th pick in the first round. I'm not going to say he's the worst because I've seen some bad top 5 tackles before. But was he the worst to play in the Super Bowl? Yes.
Yes. And he had such bad fundamentals last year. Like, you just look at his stance and so many other things. They had his stance.
He changed his
stance. They've changed a lot of things, and he's had to overcome some things in that department because he wasn't being coached very fundamentally sound at LSU. So I do think he will improve. But yes, he was terrible today.
I think he is going to improve. I mean, look, we've seen Will come in and perform as an 18-year-old freshman straight out of high school and go up against a Pro Bowler and all pro currently right now for the Rams. Do I think that Will Campbell is that far off from where he left off at LSU? I don't think so at all. I think he needs more time. I don't think he's going to live up to the expectations that we all had for him, but he was bad this last 6-7 weeks of the season, and I think it's because the NFL found a book on him. He can't deal with speed, and he can't deal with direct bull rush. And if you don't have accounted for that, it's not going to be good, especially in the NFL, especially on the edge. Because guys convert speed to power immediately, and that's the thing that he cannot deal with. And if you're jumping at speed and they convert to power, you're going to get flat-backed. On the play he had the false start on, that's why he got the false start, because he was trying to jump out early, and when he did, the end just literally just bull rushed him straight into his chest and took him off his heels. So he's going to have a problem with that at all. I mean, all the way. And Chance asked, he was asking Dr. Sibley Butler if that was Saban or DiNardo. Well, Young committed in 2002. So that would have been.
It would have been Saban was when we were recruiting, but he said, didn't he commit as a freshman? He said, or was that before at LSU?
Well,
I mean, my freshman when he was in high school
in 2002.
Yeah, so, I remember that.
So I think DiNardo was the one was heavily on the recruitment for that then.
Yeah, in '99, DiNardo would have still have been I mean, I'm sure it was both.
Yeah, I mean, they both intermingled. I'm pretty sure DiNardo kicked it off, and then Saban came in and picked up where DiNardo left off. I mean, you got a talent like Vince Young. You think Saban's not going to be involved in that?
Oh yeah, Saban definitely went after him. Who were the quarterbacks we got those years? We got some pretty good ones.
No, those years we were struggling at quarterback. Matt Maulk, Rick Clausen.
Rick Clausen, that's who you got. Yeah.
Marcus Randall. We weren't hitting the highs.
We took Rick Clausen instead of Vince Young.
No. I don't think we took Rick Clausen instead of Vince Young. I think we settled because Vince Young took Texas instead of LSU.
For sure. Understand why he went to Texas, though.
Yeah, I mean, you want to play quarterback, and LSU is telling you, nah, we think you should be a wide receiver.
I think there was of all time.
I want to say, Chip, do you remember a name? I think might be wrong on this. There was a quarterback from Utah named Alex Cate. Am I remembering that right?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
That committed in the year before Jamarcus, but then Jamarcus Russell. So then that kid transferred shortly after.
Trying to think, who were your quarterbacks in 3 that you had backing up Randall?
Well, Jamarcus Russell.
Jamarcus Russell.
Yeah, Matt Flynn, Jamarcus Russell, and then you had what's his name signed up from North Louisiana down there up in not Bossier. Where's he at?
You talking about Robert Lane from Neville?
And he was as big.
I don't think he was ever committed.
He was committed. He was committed to us until last day. He
flipped.
Yeah, he
To
flipped
Ole Miss. Then he played tight end at Ole Miss.
Because Jamarcus Russell was not committed to us. He came on signing day.
I do remember that. It was late. It was late in the afternoon on signing day. It was like,
yeah.
And then Robert Lane said, "I'm not going there," and Matt Mock said, "I don't care."
Yeah, exactly.
Matt Flynn.
Matt Flynn.
Matt Flynn said, "Yeah, I don't care. I'm still coming.
Yeah.
Like, thank God for both of them.
Literally, they both served their purpose. Like, thank you. Genesis says he's not going back to Will Campbell. He's not going to improve at all. He's going to be a guard. Which, I mean, honestly, even if he kicks down the guard, he still needs to improve. The issues will still be the same. If anything, it'll be worse because you have to deal with more power. He's got to get his footwork better. He's got to be quicker with his hands, and he's got to make sure he's comfortable in his stance.
Yeah,
because it's all fundamentals at this point with him. And I think he's gonna get it. Paul says, "I blame Brad Davis."
We were gonna. I'm sure
that's what I do.
I just don't think he was getting the development in college that he needed.
And I know Genesis said that he doesn't think he's going to improve. Players improve.
Yes.
You know, they spend all off season. All these guys are professionals, and they improve. Like you are as a player. You don't walk in.
Look at the Hall of Famer we just had inducted in Drew Brees.
Right. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. You're right. He only had one good year with the Chargers.
Right. And it was the last year when his shoulder got hurt.
Yep.
Like Drew Brees was not good when he first came into the league. He struggled. Him and Doug Flutie were rotating.
Mm-hmm.
And we're talking about old Doug Flutie.
Yeah. We're talking about Doug Flutie who would do the drop kick.
Legitimately. So like you can't sit up here and say players are not going to improve. Players improve all the time. It's honestly what they get paid to do. Like, don't forget, like when you drafted Alvin Kamara, you also signed Adrian Peterson.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Alvin Kamara improved so much that you got rid of Adrian Peterson after the preseason.
Yeah, like week 2, because I think we started off against Minnesota, didn't we?
Yes. Yeah. So
Bradford.
It's just the level. It's just how fast a player can improve. We expected Will Campbell to come in and be an all-pro tackle. That's unfair expectations. He's a rookie. Yeah. Every rookie is going to go through a growing period. It's just how the game works. You're coming from a time where you're used to playing 12 to 15 games at most. An NFL regular season is 17 games. That is hard. That is very challenging physically and mentally on your body. You have a work schedule where you literally show up for work before the sun shows up, and you're in an office building, and then you have to go out into a field and then put what you've been in an office for 8 hours doing to work on a field for 4 hours, and then you go home. Like, it's a complete adjustment that you have to get used to. And for offensive linemen and defensive linemen, even more so, it's harder for them because they can't be as physical on a day-to-day. So the most physicality that they get is on Sunday in game day. Mm-hmm. And it's unfair. It's why you see at the start of seasons in the NFL, these teams, the line of scrimmage, struggle so much and tackling is so bad because they spent all offseason trying to avoid it, to avoid injury.
And in the late season, they have tried to avoid it even more.
Yes.
Nobody's getting hurt in the playoffs.
Nobody's getting hurt in the playoffs. So if you got a team that's positioned as a top one or two seeds in the conference, guess what you're doing in practice? You're pulling back the pads. It turns into T-shirt All-America. You're not going to be physical. So guess what's happening? Now the physicality that you were building yourself up to turns off again. So
midway through the season, everybody thought he was having a great season, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like he was freaking bad at playing amazing, right?
He was playing amazing.
He's probably just not in the shape he needs to be in to play that long haul. And he needs to hire nutritionists like a lot of these guys do. You know, whatever he did last offseason, he needs to double it going into this year. And by all accounts, he's a hardworking guy. Yeah. And yes, he was terrible, but I think he will be better.
Yeah, I agree. And I think the development he got in college definitely has hindered him.
Because his fundamentals were terrible.
And NFL, getting drafted in NFL and just being in the right team and the right personnel, right fit is just so. It's got to be so hard on the Glasscocks of the world with the NFL teams, especially, and now college too. Obviously, Glasscock is doing it in college, but I feel like I mean, there's a chance that we never even hear it. Tom Brady. I mean, you gotta get lucky.
I want to take a quick minute to shout. We got combined over 70 y'all watching us on all our streams. Take a minute and go and subscribe and follow each of our pages if you haven't. Like and comment. Keep the chat going. This is what keeps streams like this up and running. We want to build this community out. We want you guys involved. It's the comment-driven show. Of course, we can talk all day, but as you can see, your comments within the chat help push the conversations forward. We want to talk about the things that y'all want to hear about. So if you are sharing your thoughts, your insights, it's going to make that thing grow. And then share it. I mean, I'm pretty sure there are a lot of people out here who don't know that we're on. You know, there's 8 billion people in the world. I don't see 8 billion people watching us right now.
Yeah.
So
we're going to get LSU's media back up. We're going to.
Right. So
and all 8 billion people are LSU fans.
Yes. Well, if they're not, they're going to be.
Yeah.
That's the goal.
Absolutely.
That's the goal.
Well, I guarantee you they're either that or haters.
Like they know who we are, though. Our brand, they know who we are.
Even if they're haters, and even if they're haters, come watch. We want you in here. Help run our numbers up.
Yeah, we give Oops hell, but we want them in here.
Yeah, we do.
I'd even allow Oops on the show just so we could roast him.
Well, I want to see how old do we think Oops really is? I mean, he's probably 14.
I think he's about 14.
Yeah, that's why. Is he on right now? He probably got yelled at.
He was on earlier.
He dipped out. Yeah, he dipped out. It's probably bedtime because it's in Mississippi. It's not Mardi Gras, so they got school.
Yeah.
They got school.
Yeah. What? I go back and forth on this. Part of me thinks he's an Ole Miss frat boy. So he's like 20, 21?
Maybe wants to be. I think he probably wants to be an Ole Miss frat boy.
No, I don't think those people leave. If you don't get in a frat at Ole Miss, they literally drop out of school, right?
Are you serious?
No, that's a thing.
The men do, yes. The girls,
if you don't make it, like this is literally a thing in that school in Oxford, as you like to call them.
Yes,
that's what we should call them. Oxford Community College.
OCC.
I call it
OCC. At OCC, if you don't make a frat or a sorority, like it's literally a thing where like they pack their stuff and they leave and they drop out.
Yeah, I knew our one friend in high school that went there. She didn't do anything, which was nuts. She was on the dance team, so I think that probably took more.
Yeah, that kind of like supplemented for the lack of frat or fraternity.
Yeah, she never gave a shit
like that. This is like that's dumb. I never heard of that. Now, I mean, I don't pay attention to the school in Oxford anyway. So like, I don't care about their goings on.
It's very Greek. I think it's very Greek.
Why? It's in the butthole.
I don't know. Go look at their like their 80-year-old men still dress like that. Like they look like.
Don't get Chip started on this topic.
Tom Mars looks like he was a Sigma Chi yesterday.
AP, I'll get you started on this topic. I'll just ask you this question. How do you feel about fans matching each other for every single game of the season? I'm not talking about LSU, Tiger Stadium, one game a year, gold game. But Ole Miss fans, it's literally on their schedule, on their website. Fans, you wear navy this game. Fans, you wear powder blue. Fans, you wear red.
There's a term I want to say,
and it's not like
wait. Hold on, Chip. Let the man speak.
There's a term I want to say. The word can sometimes be used to describe someone as happy. It rhymes with the word say. And
sweet. They're sweet.
Right. It has to deal with, people of the same gender showing love to one another.
Yes.
Nothing's wrong with that. Whoever you choose to love,
it makes
I am not
totally fine.
That's all right. What you eat does not make me shit. I don't care.
Yeah.
It's on you. But what the hell do I look like being told by a school for a 12-game schedule what to wear?
It's
And
Bolshevik.
then you all look like y'all all show up looking like y'all got rejected from the fucking PGA Tour.
That's a good analogy.
Like,
That's a really good one.
please, just put on a fucking t-shirt, drink a beer, and sit the hell down and leave us alone. Like,
I don't
cheer
think
for the
an
game.
Ole Miss fan has ever worn a T-shirt in that stadium ever.
And it's sad because most Ole Miss fans who've never been to the school, all they own is that one polo, that one set of polos that they got to wear for the season. They got
Yes.
a navy, they got a powder blue,
Red.
they got a white, they got a red. It's the only 4 polos that they wear, and they wear them for every job interview that they go on.
Yes. Every
That's it.
golfing outing.
Every church service on Sundays. Like,
Yeah,
it's the Ole Miss uniform.
It's the Ole Miss uni. Like, that's
Whatever
what they
social.
wear. The school in Oxford is close to cultist levels like the Goobs in College Station.
Oh,
Like,
they're right on the same level.
They're number 2. I never really thought about it, but it's not
We
even
talked about
close.
it this year.
they're crazy, man. Like, Paul says, Oops is a mid-40s divorced chicken farmer who lives in a trailer.
So where's all the chicken farms in Laurel, Mississippi?
Laurel.
Yeah.
He lives in Laurel.
Listen, so I think that there are 3 stages Oops can be. Oops can be that preteen, prepubescent little kid who gets some phone time and sneaks into YouTube chats because he's in the middle of Oxford. He doesn't know anything. His parents are well off, so he can say whatever he wants whenever he wants to, but he has to be off before 11 o'clock. That's the one thing his parents are hard up on. That, or he's, like Paul said, he's a 40-year-old goober who never went to college. The only thing he does is live vicariously through people who are more successful than he is, football players who've done things that he'll never ever been able to do athletically because he has the athleticism of a cow. And the 3rd stage is he's a 60-year-old old man who saw Ole Miss through their heights. And I'm going to give respect to Johnny Vaught.
Mm-hmm.
He lived through the Johnny Vaught days and Ole Miss at their height, their 1 10-win season. And he thinks that they were back on the precipice of doing something great again. And then the school in Oxford was stupid. LSU came in and put them back in their place. And now he falls asleep randomly because he's too old to stay awake and pay attention to things. That's the 3 realms I think Oops falls in. And you kind of can't get a real vibe, but they're all the same person. They're just 3 stages of life.
They're all one.
They're all one. But they're just 3 different stages of life. That 14-year-old will end up becoming that 60-year-old.
Yeah, it's just where he is on the progression.
Right. Where we are in that progression. That 40-year-old was that 14-year-old. Just where are we in that progression? They're all the same person. Like,
I'm disappointed Oops had to go to bed. So now I'm thinking he is that 14-year-old y'all are saying.
Or he's old and he has early bedtime.
Or he's old.
That's true.
Solid
point. Gentlemen.
AP nailed it, I think.
Dr. Sibley Butler says if he is a member of Kappa Alpha Psi, I am good. Chance says don't talk bad about the 2003 SEC West Coast.
Is that still up? Do we know if that's?
Yes, it's still up. They never took it. They redid it.
Wait, because I that's why I'm going this year. So I'm gonna go check it out just to see if it's there, and I'm gonna snap a picture.
The school in Oxford is the planner class school. Been dressing well forever.
I saw that one.
That's awesome.
At least there's no area through Mississippi State. Not to mention the penalties. They're talking about something else here. Dr. Sibley Butler says when I went to LSU, women could not wear pants, and men had to wear a collar shirt on campus, tucked into their pants.
Different times.
Yeah, I would say it's completely different times.
My grandfather's
shirt and sweats.
My grandfather used to say when he went to games in the 40s, he was a student in the 40s. He's passed away now, but that's how people dress. They dress literally in their Sunday best to go to LSU football games.
Paul thinks that Oops is an OCC fan because he still has a full set of teeth. You sure about that?
Depends on where he is in the progression. If he's
Paul
14,
has good intuition, though.
Right.
Paul has very good intuition, so it might be. I think I
And then
do.
Paul says otherwise, if he doesn't have a full set of teeth, he'd be a state.
I got relatives who are State fans. So is Chip. Chip's mom went to Mississippi State.
So can you confirm or deny the full set of teeth thing then?
Chip's mom
You
has a
have
full set of teeth.
You have
Yeah.
direct knowledge of this, Chip.
Yeah, my
Not
mom
to throw
has a
your
full
mom
set
under
of
the
teeth.
bus.
She's old now, but she has a full set of teeth. She's still beautiful.
Awesome.
Yeah, I mean, it's weird. My dad also is from Mississippi. My whole family's Mississippi, but we're all LSU fans. My dad grew up in Gulfport, and my dad graduated from Southern Miss. Was actually an All-American at Southern Miss in track. Phenomenal track runner, phenomenal coach. But he always hated Ole Miss. He says there's more Mississippi State fans in Mississippi than there are by far, and which is crazy because they're so loud. Ole Miss, it's kind of one of the things that's always puzzled me in life.
I can tell you why. They're entitled.
Yeah, and that's what they think. They're all uppity. They think. I've friends with Ole Miss that are cool. So,
Yeah,
but they're not too bad. Some of them are uppity.
Yeah, there's something about Ole Miss people. They just think they're uppity because they think Ole Miss is like this elite school, but you're in elite school in the state of Mississippi.
The only thing elite about the school in Oxford is that it's the school in Oxford. Like when you're in a bubble, when you're in an echo chamber, that's kind of what happens. Like you end up believing the shit that you smell. Like
I would have gone
thinking that it tastes good, that it smells good. Get outside of your bubble and you realize that you are just the little brother to the rest of the entire league in every single sport. Your one national championship that your school has came off the back of an LSU grad.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Shout out Mike Bianco.
Shut up. You still needed LSU to help you.
And we could have took him from him if we wanted him.
Yes. And then we didn't want him. We kept his son, and then his son went and won for himself. So
in the year they would have wanted, if we'd have just beaten Southern Miss in that regional like we should have, they wouldn't even have won it.
They wouldn't have won it. But we weren't the team that year. Our pitching was off.
Oh yeah. Didn't have the
Wasn't that Jay's first year?
Yeah, that was when we had Hilliard on the mound. He was awesome. I love him. He's not a Friday guy.
Was not a Friday guy. And hats off to him.
Yeah, he was awesome.
Doing a yeoman's work to get us to that point.
That's a perfect thing to say. Yeoman's work.
This brother stepped up and did everything he could to put us in a position to win games. Like it
was McCott, right?
Insane.
Mikhail
Hilliard. Yeah, what a good Tiger, man. Dude was injured half his time at LSU, maybe more than half, and he just stuck it out. And he was he was a phenomenal freshman. I think he was a freshman All-American.
Yeah.
And then he had 2 seasons where they weren't, the whole team was just kind of messed up. And then he went through 2020. You got to give him credit. Stayed with it. And Jay loves him apparently. So
I mean, you got to.
Yeah, he only played 1 year of independent baseball. Never made it.
He got out of it, yeah.
Paul says, I used to have a hunting lease in Monticello, nothing but Mississippi State stickers, 1 full set of teeth combined. That's pretty crazy.
It's 100% true.
LeBlanc
Oh wait, he did play in
shit.
Double-A.
Did he?
He played Double-A?
Yeah. He did not have a good ERA. 15.19. Yeah.
Baseball is so hard to make it in, man.
Baseball is rough,
because everybody plays it, man. Everybody, as kids, I'm sure we all played baseball at one point in time in our life.
Yeah.
Well, it probably didn't help that he was 20.
That's right. Blake Money was the Friday guy. Good call, Paul.
It probably didn't help him that he was 23 when he went to when he went to play professionally. And so they just bump you up because they're not wasting their time with a 23-year-old guy in single A.
Yeah, they're sending you straight there. Like you either got it or you don't.
And they've removed a lot of levels after COVID.
Oh, a ton.
That's part of the reason why they're talking about just like eliminating high school draft and going straight, like letting the kids go to college. Which for me, please, Jesus,
yes,
that's the one thing that Jay Johnson has over him. Is the MLB. You eliminate that, then guess what? We officially become the Alabama of baseball. Like, there's nothing stopping the elite recruits from coming to LSU. So, tough luck, sucks to suck. Y'all better hope that the MLB keeps that in place. It's your only chance of stopping the dynasty that we're building here on the baseball diamond. Paul says the Jewish guy, can't remember his name.
He tapped the rubber 4 times. What was his name?
Coke and couldn't stop rocking on the rubber.
Wait, are we talking about are we talking about an LSU player? Or are we talking about the guy who used to tap on the? What was his name? Remember?
Oh God, I remember that guy.
Who counted off 1, 2, 3.
I remember that.
And who's talking about? Or is he talking about the Wake Forest?
No, I think he's talking about the LSU guy.
Yeah.
Oh,
I could have thought of his. I could see his face. He tapped his foot on the right in front of him.
Yes.
I wanted him to stay really bad.
Was that only his first year?
It was 2022. Yeah, it was 2022. That was the only year he played for us because he one of those guys.
Reiselman.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
Reiselman.
Was Gervais on that team?
I think Gervais was on that team.
Yeah, they both left, and they
both left at the same time,
and we weren't expecting them to.
Yeah, that's what set 23 back because we were expecting at least one of them to return. Right.
Yes, and it definitely hurt us, and because they both said they were going to return, but they got good money out of late rounds.
Yep.
I think Gervais was the next year.
You sure?
Yeah, I don't see Gervais on here.
Gervais first year. I could be wrong.
Yeah, because wasn't Gervais on the national championship team?
He might have been. I don't think so, but I don't remember.
Reiselman was not on.
I could be messing up the names too.
I don't remember.
Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, he pitched in the 2022 season and was selected.
I don't see him.
Round.
Yeah, and he got really good money.
Paul says he wasn't on the national championship team. I don't see him. I might be wrong. If Paul says it, I'm probably wrong.
You're definitely wrong about the national champion. He was definitely not on that team.
Now that y'all are saying it, what number was Gervais?
35.
Yeah, it's huge.
He's not on the roster for 22.
It's got to be a mess up. He was definitely on the team in 22. But you were right about Rolman. Yeah,
I'm looking at it on LSUsports.net.
For 22 roster?
No, 21-22. 21-22. Well, hold on. Let me see. Yeah,
should be.
He pitched 22.
He was on the team that went to Southern Miss and lost.
Yeah, he lost in Southern Miss. He pitched in the Southern Miss game.
Yeah.
Why do I not see him on my roster?
Dude, we had so many pitchers that series and pitching 5 different games.
In that game, he pitched. He had 1 appearance, pitched 3 innings, 2 hits, 1 run.
No chance. Gervais wasn't 24 because Beloso was 24.
Yeah, Beloso was 24.
Yeah, Gervais was 22. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, Gervais was 22.
Maybe.
Yeah, I don't see it.
No,
I don't see it on the roster, but maybe on stats.
Maybe it was 24. I don't remember. But Rosman was one of those guys where you wanted to keep him, and he thought he was. He got some late money because they didn't sign some guys in the earlier rounds. So it saved him money, and they were able to put it towards him.
Paul, you're absolutely
yeah, there he was.
Who Jay prayed would throw strikes. That's literally what we're putting on the mound that year, brother. Oh my!
Were the 2 dudes with glasses? Well, one pitched for Auburn last year. They would just
Sam Dutton.
There was another one too. There was Dutton, and there was
what was the other kid? Was a little pudgy
Arizona,
kid.
one was from Arizona.
Oh my God, man! Cade Doty.
Yeah.
No, Cade Doty was a second baseman.
Was a second baseman, huh?
Yeah. What was that little pitcher?
I could see his face.
Sam Dutton.
Hey, we're only a week away from that. Like we're like 5 days from
5 days. It's crazy. Friday, baby. Friday at 2 p.m.
I don't have to even worry about basketball anymore because I have something to do now.
Yeah, basketball's dead. Like, I'm so glad that basketball's over with.
There's so much content in college baseball. Though. We're playing
Bryce Collins.
Yes,
that was the guy's name.
Collins. 5 games in a row. It's like I think you play Monday. Do you play Tuesday too?
David, we've been talking about so much stuff. I don't even know
David,
who we're
we've been
talking about
all
anymore.
over the ball, all over the,
We're
all over the
dropping
spectrum.
random LSU baseball
My
players from
fault.
2022.
Yeah, like
This is what
we've
happens
been,
when you get Chip
That's who
on
we
a
need,
Sunday
David.
night.
He could tell us.
yeah, we've been talking about Mikhail Hilliard, brother. Like you are late.
In his 15.19 ERA in AA.
Hey, David, did David go to the didn't they have a scrimmage this weekend?
Yeah, they did.
How did they
David and Paul both were there.
what they say any I hadn't heard anything about it. I try to stay
David's
off
been
of
breaking down little things on Twitter about it.
Yeah, check him out on Twitter.
Yeah, I need to
Yeah,
go.
so
I need to go.
follow my boy David on the Twitter machine. I'll give y'all his
And Paul had some stuff too.
and Paul, yeah, I was say Paul has some breakdowns too.
Yeah.
And David is at DC Billiot Jr.
Yeah.
And Paul his at is at Paul Jarrett, PAULJRRETT16.
Both have wealth of knowledge.
Look, I'm telling y'all right now. I'm letting y'all know right now in advance. David and Paul will both be on Timeouts and Tangents on Wednesday night. We're going to do a little first pitch preview.
Hell yeah.
Setting us up for Friday afternoon. I'm going to let those two just go off. I'm just going to make sure the ship stays afloat. That's all I'm going to be there for. Throw my little insights in from here and there. But these two guys are a well of baseball knowledge. They have great insight. But what I love about them, too, is that they both see it from different perspectives. So it's a really good balance. And if you guys are looking for a good baseball fix before we get into the season, come check us out Wednesday night. No, I'm not ending the show. But I just want to put that out there. Shameless.
I will be there. I will be there.
So
I'll be there as well. I'll be in the chat.
I was there yesterday. David said I was there yesterday. Paul came through today. Paul was out there with LeCabra. I saw that earlier. And Lion Up LeBlanc says, so was Jared Poche. What a pull.
Oh, yeah.
What a pull.
Dad saved someone's life. His dad saved a person's life at a Florida fan, right?
At the Florida fan. What a pull.
Dr. Poche.
What a pull. Man, we don't talk about Jared Poche enough.
Yeah, he
winningest pitcher in LSU history.
LSU history.
It's crazy that we don't talk about him.
Like we do not talk about him enough. Paul says, wait till you see my setup Wednesday. I am excited to see that, man. And Paul says 7-inning no versus Air Force. That was a thing of beauty. David, 2 innings together Saturday, and I can confirm that we will talk your head off come Wednesday. Trust me, I saw this coming long before you two did. Poche said, Paul says Poche did that. Yeah, he did do that. He did. He definitely did his thing. Look, I'm going to tell y'all, my expectations for this LSU baseball team is to repeat. I know history says that the team before doesn't typically do that, but this team is different. And there are a lot of people who point to this LSU program and saying, oh, well, if LSU would have done it, they would have done it the last year that they won it. Well, the 24 roster, as we all know and we're just talking about, didn't have any arms. You not only have arms, but you have bats. You not only have bats, but you also have defense. Jay has an embarrassment of riches going into this season, and it's unfair. If a bat gets cold, he's going to throw another one in the lineup. And it's not just batting for power. It's strategic batting. And 1 through 8 can leave the yard at any moment. Paul threw out something on my show last week when he said, I wouldn't be surprised if 1 through 8 hit all 10, if all 1 through 8 hit 10 homers apiece. You're talking about 80 home runs in the lineup.
Yeah. I think they have more power across the board last year.
Spread out.
Where like last year it was like, you had
Jared Jones.
Yeah, but you were lacking it across the board.
Right.
And it put too much pressure on those guys. And so I think it's going to be you're more balanced.
You needed Ethan Fry and Jared Jones to push the ball out the yard, and if they didn't have that, it made the lineup stagnant.
And it put too much pressure on Steven Milam too.
Yeah,
trying to Curiel to lead off and get on base. Because if you didn't have the power in the lineup moving the lineup through, you got stuck and pitchers were just mowing you down. So
where do y'all think Milan will be in the lineup this year? I've been thinking about that lately. I think he'll put him third. Just knowing Jay, he'll put him third probably.
Curiel's the lefty, right?
Yeah, I think Curry will lead off.
Well, no, Milam's a switch hitter, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
he
it
can
doesn't
go
matter.
anywhere.
All right, he can go anywhere.
So it's wherever Jay
2,
wants
3,
to put
4,
him.
5, 6, wherever he needs him.
You think he'll put the big boy at second?
No, I think the question is who's batting third, and then you
didn't
put
he-
Milam second.
I think it's either third or sixth for Milam. He'll be either bat third or sixth. I've done a lot of mock-ups. I have no life.
I don't know, but if you watch Wednesday, I bet you David and
They would know. Yes, so that's
and
what
Paul.
That
Paul said it just now in the chat.
Look, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, and this is a homework assignment that I want them both. So I'm glad that they're both in here because I was gonna message them about this later. I want them both to independently do their own lineups. They're starting 9 in the field and they're batting over. Don't tell each other.
Yes,
and I really want us to go over like who they have and why.
Yeah,
and that's one of the things that we're gonna go over on Wednesday. So we're not going to dive too much deeper into that right now. I'm giving y'all my perspective because when it comes to this, I'm a novice for baseball when it comes to you guys. So I'm going to leave it to the professionals. Paul says history can say what it wants. LSU makes history. You damn right. LSU is history, especially when
we should have three-peated in '98 and we didn't. So we can do whatever the hell we want to do. We're LSU baseball.
That, Daniel?
Hit USC. We came up across the US against USC. And they
Mark Pryor, right?
Well, I don't think Mark Pryor was there yet.
He was at Vandy at the time.
Yeah, he was. Yeah,
yes.
I think we just ran into we were up the whole game, the first game against USC, lost, and then they killed us to say. They just
Well, we beat them in the first game of the College World Series.
3 times.
And then the second game we were winning, lost it late, and in the third one they blew us out.
Yeah, I think AP. I think we had. I don't remember how many home runs we had against Mississippi State that year. It was a lot in that same College World Series, but also against USC. I think we had about 5 or 6, 7, something like that. I thought that team was going to three-peat easily.
Yeah, that '98 team was just as good as that '97 team.
Oh yeah, they were good.
And look, when it comes to history, let me just say this: like, when it comes to history, especially in baseball, the baseball playoff, especially for college baseball, is probably the hardest playoff setup in all of sports because everything is a lot. The SEC tournament is a grind, and then when you get into regional play, you have a series, and then when you get to super regional play, you have a series just to get to the real playoff. Like, the playoffs don't really matter much until you get to Omaha, and then even in Omaha, it's multiple series on top of series. Like, it is a grind of grinds. So history can say whatever it wants to say, and if you statistically look at history, it's time for history to be rewritten. And the way history works for LSU is it's unfair because LSU is just the best damn collegiate program when it comes to baseball, period. And I don't give a damn how many championships USC has right now. They haven't done it in the eras that LSU has. We've been able to maintain consistency throughout all phases of baseball. As the game changed, LSU has been able to change with it. NIL came in, and guess what? We got the right coach to go along with that too. I don't care about history anymore because LSU is history. Paul also said that ask David, the depth is ridiculous, not just depth, but SEC caliber.
That's what I like to hear.
I looked it up what the pitcher for Southern Cal was. Here's a name, Seth Etherton.
Yeah, I remember Seth Etherton.
So he pitched the first game of the College World Series. We blew him up. We scored 12 runs. 7 on him. And so he pitched. They came out of the losers bracket. So he pitched the second game against us. He shut us down in the second game. It was a close one. We lost 5-4.
Did USC win the Natty that year?
Yes, they won the national championship game 21-14, and that's why they changed the bats.
They changed
against Arizona State, right?
Yep.
At different times, huh? West Coast teams dominating college baseball back then, huh?
That's crazy. Paul says Ethan Fry is so underrated. Going back to our conversation from earlier, yes, Ethan Fry was
He was very underrated.
Like the offensive MVP for me from last season.
Dude, Ethan Fry looks like he could have played football. That dude was a stud.
He should have. He could have been a tight end.
Yeah.
like
Paul
says.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead, Chip.
He looks like He looks like a tight end, kind of like what we always say about Carpenter in the defense. He looks like a tight end.
Yes.
He looks like he'd be an All-American tight end.
Yes. Paul says tune in Wednesday. Chance is asking how many home runs will Couriel hit this year. And then Paul says, where will Milam be? Tune in Wednesday.
I'm excited to hear.
You and Austin 2 Friday. You did. We're not. If you want to go see what those lineups were that Paul gave us, you go back to those Friday shows. But we're going to dive into that on Wednesday. So, Chance Babin asks, Jake Brown and Cade Aaron beating. I think, personally for me, I think Jake Brown is poised to have a real breakout year.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to be out in the field. He's going to be an everyday starter in the field. And his bat is probably the most clutch bat that we have in the lineup. So, with him getting that rhythm and the rep and having been here for so long, having 2 national championships of his own on the roster, I think he's set up to be like the breakout offensive player and all-around player, honestly. I think he's going to be a pivotal piece of this team.
Yeah, I think he'll bat fourth, too. And I just want consistency from Aaron B. I mean, obviously, he's young. We saw what the talent could be. And it's scary. Should scare a lot of teams.
I just want him to be Milazzo behind.
I would take that. But he's gonna bat better than Milazzo.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not worried about the bat. I'm not worried about the bat at all.
Yeah,
that's the least of my concern. I just need you to lock up the plate.
I would take Milazzo any day.
Yes,
on the plate.
Yes, please. David says we're going to do our best, but I'm not even sure Jay knows his order yet. We're not asking for Jay's.
Yeah, we'll never get Jay's exact order.
We'll get Jay's order at 10 a.m. on Friday. We want y'all's. That's why we're asking the experts.
But I'm feeling David and Paul will be pretty close to where it's at. If not right on it.
Yes. Paul says, at David, look over the lineups from yesterday and the day. Jay is telling us a story like Quentin Tarantino. And then remember the Cal State Fullerton days.
Talked about it the other day with Daniel. We were talking about they had a couple good teams too. They were pretty consistent up until when was the last time they were? They were in it in the mid 2000s quite a lot, but they would never.
They were in our regional every.
There was also Paul. There was also Pepperdine. Don't forget about Pepperdine. I think they won one Pepperdine in 94 or 95. I think it was Oklahoma.
92.
They won one, I know. And then
I think they won one between our two. I could be wrong. Maybe 94.
Could have been that. I don't remember if Oklahoma won it in 95 or Pepperdine. And one of them might have won it in 94. I used to be better at remembering that stuff.
What's crazy is we played in Wichita State.
Yes.
In the national championship game in 91 and then again in 93. It's crazy.
They had I'm trying to think of the coach's name.
Above my head right now.
He was like a round-faced guy with a mustache.
The Waves won the Natty. 1992, the Pepperdine Waves won.
See, I said that one first.
Good call.
I shouldn't have second-guessed myself. I knew it.
94. What an idiot.
Daniel. Good pull.
I think maybe Kansas won it in 94 and then Oklahoma in 95.
Pepperdine was legit. Rice used to piss me off. Wichita State was dominant in the late 80s and mid 90s.
Yes. Wichita State had a Hall of Fame coach. I see his face. I can't think of his name.
Yeah, like this. See, this is why I love when the Super Bowl ends and the men's basketball team is crap because it just flows right into baseball for me. And
I wish we were talking about March Madness, though, man. I wish we were. It's the greatest single sporting event.
Yes, it is 6.
And we're never a part of it.
Madness. But we can never play in it. So it's like I can never get excited about it. Like,
what's crazy is I'm not asking for a lot here. I'm asking 1 to 3 years. One every 3 years.
Like,
No, I want to be in it
fun?
every year,
I
man.
would be in it every year, but God, I would take 1 year out of 3.
Right. Like,
How
just
many
give
teams
one
in
We're
the
in it every
SEC?
year. That's the thing, though.
Right.
And our
Like, we were in
fucking
it every
AD,
year.
let the motherfucker go. I don't give a shit if he was paying people out of his own bank accounts. That happens.
How many teams? How many teams in the SEC made it last year?
14 out of 16.
I'm just asking to be number 13. Like, I just want to make the
Right,
NCAA tournament, man.
14 out
I'm
of
not
16
asking a lot.
I'll take 14.
14.
Gene
I
I'll
just
be the
want an,
last.
I just want an invitation.
Yeah,
I'll be
put me in
team
the playing
64.
game. Put
Right.
me in the playing game. That would be
I'll
awesome.
Team 64. Please. I just want to play basketball in March.
It really is a sad that we're and it sucks because it's like we're being ridiculous because we're great at 5 other
We're
sports.
relevant in every other sport.
Yeah.
Every other major sport we're relevant. Fuck, even
And that's a good
golf.
reason to be upset.
Even
Why you're
golf.
not in yeah.
Like,
You won a national championship in the last 10 years in golf.
golf.
Like,
Well, we can't make it to the NCAA tournament in basketball. Like our women's basketball team not only made it to the Final Four, they won a natty before the men's team even made it back to the NCAA tournament. Like,
that's
who
crazy.
would have thought that would have happened at LSU? Like, our women's team was gonna win a national championship team, and you would go on a 5-year spell where you're not playing basketball in March.
Yeah, it's what Wade did was unprecedented. I mean, he made the NIT and then made the tournament every year after that.
Every
It's
year.
insane. Yeah, 3 years in a row. At
year.
LSU is very, very cool. It can be done.
It can be done. You just had to be committed.
I want it.
Of
I
course.
want it.
Everybody should want it. That's why I don't understand when they're like, I don't care about basketball. Well, you should want it to be good because you can make a lot of money in college basketball.
Do you not know, like, people who don't understand how fun basketball games and like the PMAC is raggedy. Don't get me wrong.
Oh, it is.
But
that's why he got fired.
It is so. It's so fun when the team is good.
Oh yeah.
Like, it is so fun to be in.
I went to the Duke and Final Four game, and it was incredible. It was one of the best sporting events. I've been to a lot of good sporting events, and that was one of the best things I've ever been.
I was driving from New Orleans to Baton Rouge to catch random Wednesday night games.
Oh, I would if we were a serviceable program, I would do that all the time. Camp and I used to go to all the basketball games.
The giant general in the balcony with the balcony bingles.
Balcony beagles are the shit.
Yeah.
We love those guys.
Give me those days back.
Balcony beagles are awesome.
Give me those days back. Please. Please.
I would do a lot to have those days back.
Like, it's not like we're not asking for much. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not asking for much. And look, I get it. The people in the chat, y'all are buzzing about baseball. I know it's easy to get excited. I just want to get this off my chest because it's tough to watch teams like do y'all know who the first 4 in are? Let's see. Let's see who the current first 4 in are.
The crazy thing is, until these last couple losses, we really weren't that far off from being in the tournament.
No.
And we're terrible.
You got to beat Mississippi State. You can't go down by 30.
Or hold the lead by 15 at home to Georgia.
Dude, I remember there was
Purdue.
They're pretty.
On the maybe next year list for basketball. Penn State, Rutgers, Maryland, Oregon. Long shots. Washington, Minnesota, and Northwest. You mean to tell me Northwestern?
I don't know if they've even made it in the last 30, 40 years. I know there was a time when Northwestern was like the team that hadn't made it. And I don't know if they ended up finally doing it.
Good night, David, man. Thanks for being in the chat, brother.
Thanks, David.
Appreciate everything. Look, get your rest, man. Give your little girl hugs and kisses. Tell her we love her. Thank you and the fam for joining us tonight. Chance says when LSU Which Shaq beat Arizona was wild. Yes.
I've watched it 1,000 times. It was awesome.
Yes.
It's on YouTube.
Yes.
It's a great watch.
Now we got Northwestern. Now we got Northwestern.
It's crazy.
With a shot to make the tournament. And here we are blowing a 15-point first half lead.
Yeah. I mean, it's crazy.
Dr. John Sibley Butler says, I went to grad school at Northwestern. Go Cats, but cold.
How many institute? I mean, that makes sense. Good Lord.
Dr. Sibley Butler out here doing the Lord's work at the universities.
Of course he went to grad school at Northwestern.
Right.
Good Lord.
Thank you for blessing us with your presence in this chat, sir.
Yeah, I can't even be in the see. Look at your picture, Doctor. Is just I'm just like damn, you're way better than me.
Right. I feel like we're not educated enough to have you in our chat, sir. Thank you, sir.
Northwestern.
That's why every time I see your name, I correct myself to say Dr. John Sibley Butler because you earned that title, sir. So
yeah, Chip always says that too.
Always, I call him Doctor.
Yeah, you earned it.
He might not even like that, but
the best is it throws Zombie off every time you say Doctor. Zombie's looking at the chat like, hey, Chip, who are you talking about?
when Dr. Sibley came on the show, I was like, oh my God, Dr. Sibley's watching us now. I was freaking pumped because I've been listening. Like I said, I listen to all the podcasts.
I'm telling you, Chip doesn't sleep, man.
I try, but I like to have the noise in the background talking about my Tigers, But Dr. Sibley's always in. Gosh, I can't. I remember listening to him.
Dr. Sibley Butler says just John.
While John was on, I can't do that to you, Doctor.
Right, like it does. It feels disrespectful. Like my mom would not like me for me to do that, sir. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Doctor, we were raised in the days when we were like, that's a guy with the guy, not that the biggest house matters, not that, but you knew what guys you wanted to be like. A successful person is someone like, I like that. That's success. Now people hate on successful people. You deserve to be called Doctor. You've done it.
Can I have a little bit of a tangent moment?
Go ahead.
This is going to be off topic, but I want to prepare everybody in this chat, everybody watching us between all of our channels and everything. And again, thank y'all for doing this cross stream with me. And I look forward to doing this more often, but something's going to happen here in the next few weeks. Baseball season is going to kick up, and the football team is going to start locking in on off-season training and workouts. You're not going to see Lane Kiffin doing a lot. He will be still active on Twitter because Lane is always active on Twitter and on the socials. But I'm telling you right now, Tiger fans, chill the hell out. Go outside and touch grass.
You know it's going to happen, dude.
Because y'all are going to lose your minds because all this excitement is going to quiet down and you're not going to know what's going on. Good, you shouldn't. We had a little bit too much access for the last 4 years. And to be honest with you, I don't think we need that. Let this man do what he gets paid to do. His job is to coach the team, not yours. If it was your job, you wouldn't have been hired for it. That's why you're a fan. Go outside and touch grass. I recommend that you spend time with your family. I recommend that you spend time with your children. It's going to be carnival season next week. We're in the peak of it. That's why the king of carnival is not here right now. Parades are rolling every single day till Tuesday at some part of this state. Go to a parade and touch beads if you don't want to touch grass. Eat a piece of king cake. Have a glass of wine. Crawfish season is about to pop off. Get 5 pounds of crawfish and touch some crawfish. Touch something, but don't try to touch the football team. Let these boys work. Shut up. Nobody wants to hear you complain. Nobody wants to hear you whine. Nobody wants to hear you cry about what the coach is not doing because you think he should be doing something else. I'm sorry. When's the last time you got paid $91 million to coach a national championship contending program? Oh, never? Shut up. Your opinions on what this coaching staff is doing or not doing is irrelevant. This coach just came in here and in a 6-week period injected more life than I've ever seen lit into this fan base. In a 6-week period, he has turned the outlook for this football program with expectations than the previous coach did in 4 years. In a 6-week period, this man has been able to unify this fan base with expectations, money, investment, and buy-in, not just from us, but from the government, the boosters, the collective, from anybody associated. The hot dog man in the stands is excited to make hot dogs at Tiger Stadium. Tiger dogs are going to taste better come September.
One of my favorite foods.
Because, and if you know about Tiger dogs because you've been to Tiger Stadium, you don't understand how much excitement is bubbling around this state and then around this team because of what he's done in 6 weeks. So when it's time for him to lock in on this team, shut up and let this man work. He's already proven to you that he's going to work. It's Super Bowl Sunday, and he posted a photo tonight of him in the office cutting up film, watching a Saints game.
I saw that.
It was a Saints game. He posted another photo of the Super Bowl highlighting the players playing from LSU. He's bought in.
Big time.
Let the man work.
And he will be working.
Shut up. He's not going to 38 to go golf. He's not going to spend time on his yacht. I don't think he slept in the house that the school got him. All the stuff that he posts, you know what he hasn't posted yet? The moving trucks. Shut up. Because we as a fan base, we get very toxic.
Oh, yeah.
We don't have access. I'm sorry. We're not the school in Oxford. We're not entitled to the access. We're entitled to the results on the field. That's what we pay to see. That's what we look forward to. Let the baseball team scratch the itch of the expectations that you have for this upcoming football season. This is what I want y'all to do, Tiger Nation. I want you to support this baseball team rabidly because they deserve it. And I know that you're going to show up for it, but they have an opportunity to do something that very few other baseball programs have ever done, which is go back-to-back. Not only can you go back-to-back, but then that back-to-back baseball program can spur you into a title run. I want you to imagine this fever pitch of a dream that I had a couple nights ago. Your baseball team goes to Omaha. You crush the Jello shot record for the third year in a row again. You win a national championship, blowing out whomever is on the other side of the field. And then LSU, Lane Kiffin, kick off the season against Clemson, kick their teeth in because Dabo Swinney is a punk and can't recruit in the portal ever. And then you roll up to Oxford, punch their teeth in again with Trinidad at quarterback, and then every other win that they get after that because they don't beat you, you put up 40 on them, and they're in the building that Lane built. You put up 40 on them. Every other win that they get from the season gets vacated because they deem Trinidad ineligible after the season's over with, and then you roll up to Atlanta, potentially with 1 to 2 losses tops. And then you get a home playoff game at worst. And I'm not going to lie, I want that more than anything. I want Lane's first season at LSU to be closed off in Tiger Stadium with a home playoff game. Then you ride that to the Sugar Bowl in New Orleans, and then we get rabid in Las Vegas. Shut up. Go cheer the baseball team. Let football be football. Talk about it when the spring opens up, and then don't worry about it again until July. Shut up. Touch grass.
Touch grass.
That's my tangent. Sorry, I was long-winded, but I had to get that off my chest.
Do it.
No worries. It had a good message to it, so got the point across.
We used to. I remember what was a couple weeks ago. I was like, I guarantee it was before the transfer portal opened. If we don't have anybody at midnight on Friday night, people are gonna get pissed. And we didn't sign anybody until Monday or whatever. And people were about to
Zombie Bob was pissed.
I mean, Glenn Gilbo was out here writing columns talking about, is this the portal king? The moment we started signing people, I reposted that and I literally put update. And you know what Glenn did? He blocked me.
He would.
He blocks everybody. I think I'm blocked.
Puss.
Yeah, he's a puss.
Puss.
He's a puss.
Like, it's nuts, man. Go ahead, Dave. Daniel. You look like you wanted to say something.
Oh well, no.
I'm finished. I'm off my soapbox.
I'll refrain from comment on Glenn Gilbo.
Yeah, we don't have
better. We won't speak about. But guess what, though? Baseball season 5 days away. It's gonna be awesome. I'm excited about it.
Yeah. Well, gentlemen, I think I'm at the end of my run for this evening.
Yeah, I mean, we hit the 2-hour mark. This is
it is. Jeez, that didn't feel like 2 hours
at all. Like,
no,
that was a blast.
Absolute fun show tonight. And just to close out the comments that we have, Paul said Hurricane Lane. So
Category 5 Hurricane Lane
championships in the dome, right? And then he said, "Ooh, AP, talk dirty to me."
Paul.
Gotta get it in. And then Chance said, "Yeah, this is a long tangent." Yeah, it was. I'm sorry, Chance. I apologize about that. And that's why I call my show Timeouts and
Tangents.
I know my strength.
He was just you doing what you do, man. Doing what I thought it was great.
So, Chip, you want to tell the people any final words before we close out, and then Dan, you close out, and then we'll.
Nah, man. Just at the end, just please like and subscribe to our. Well, I love to talk LSU sports, man. I don't care if it's soccer. I'll freaking talk about it. By the way, I love soccer.
Quick shout out to the LSU softball team.
Yes, we didn't talk about that. And girls basketball won today.
Right, and girls basketball. I mean, they lost, so I dove on that over the weekend.
Yeah. No, I hear that.
But shout out to them too. They still got 3 losses in the SEC. I'm just getting over a tough loss. Like, we didn't show up. We did
for sure.
But to the softball team, they had a huge come from behind win on Friday night. They were down 3 runs. They had a 5-run, 7-inning comeback with a walk-off home run to win that game Friday night. Shutout Saturday, and then they double up again and close out the series Saturday night. Shout out to them. They're 3-0. Good job to Beth Tarina and the girls out there at Tiger Park for doing their thing, holding it down. Definitely appreciate it.
I think they played 7 games this weekend.
I
think they're like 8-0.
I don't.
It's insane.
Like, softball is insane. I can't.
I did. It is very entertaining though.
Yeah. Oh God, it's exciting.
Softball is because I can't do that. Like I can go make a wide open layup very easily. I'm probably 100% on that. But I can't hit. I can't throw a softball that fast. There's no fucking way I'll ever be able to. And I can't hit it. It's going that fast.
My son does training with Marlon Favorite. That's how I know him.
Oh, that's awesome.
And when they first started, they were doing this training at this gym, and they used to do some cross training with Louisiana Chiefs softball team, the travel team.
It's a big deal.
You know, I tell you, these like 9-year-old girls are humming this softball like 22 miles an hour. What the hell?
Dude, it's insane. It's insane. It's not far from you. It's like right in front of your face.
And not only that, like they didn't have the control though. So it's like 22 miles an hour. It's like flying everywhere across. Like Jesus.
It's great though, man. But yeah,
it is fun to watch.
It is.
I'm excited to hear the Wednesday show. You guys rock.
Man,
Yeah,
absolutely.
looking forward to that.
Paul has dubbed me Reverend Go. So if you ever see Paul, put that in the chat. That's who he's talking to. He's talking to me. So
Sweet.
shout out to y'all. Shout out to you, Paul. Thank you. Chance says that was zombie length. Yes, I know. Sorry. All right. Thank you. All right. And Chance then said this did say sadly Beth ain't winning nothing. That is a conversation for another day. I just had a long tangent.
Yeah.
And I'm about to do another one. Dan, you go ahead and say your farewells, man, and we'll get on out of
Yeah,
here.
this was the first of, as I said on Twitter, many collaborations in the future. We're going to make this a regular occurrence. Crossing streams will be
Yes.
a regular thing moving forward. Um, is that we'll get Zombie Bob back at some point.
Not
Uh,
next Sunday, I can tell you that.
no, not next Sunday. I think he's only committed to one show on our end this week. I think he said Tuesday. Isn't that what he
I
said,
think he
Chip?
said
Yeah.
Tuesday. I think he
Tuesday.
said
Or,
Tuesday in our in our group
yeah,
chat.
one of the text groups, or maybe both. I don't know. He said Tuesdays, but I think after that he's out for at least a week. So,
Understandable. It's his time.
but
It's his time. He's gonna shine.
we'll be back on the airwaves on Tuesday and Thursday, with or without Zombie. So, like
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
subscribe. Go
Like and
team.
subscribe. We got some big
Timeouts and
things.
tangents.
We got some
Everybody.
big things coming. Definitely like, subscribe, follow, share, 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 share. The algorithms on both platforms love engagement, so comment and share to get the numbers up so we can keep these things going. Just to let y'all know what we have planned on timeouts and tangents. We're looking forward to Lon tomorrow night. Lon
Ooh,
Phillips should be
nice.
coming on the show tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. And then, like I
Sweetheart.
said, Wednesday we got the first pitch preview with the boys on Wednesday night, and then Friday is, of course, opening day. Might do a little post game recap if my boy Paul is up to it, just to kind of catch the
Hell yeah.
vibes after the first game. So all that's in the works. We got content is contenting, okay? And even in between that, I'm still posting a bunch of videos and clips and things like that. So please, support. I love doing this. I love talking with y'all. I love the relationships and the bonds that we're building now. This is what being a fan should feel like. This is what being a fan should be. We should be able to, like operate within these circles within each other and continue to build these things up every single day. Chance said, tell Chip Gene Stevenson was Wichita State coach in
Yeah.
baseball.
He was a
Yeah, I
great.
saw that in the
Yeah,
comments earlier.
he had like a little mustache, round face, white guy. Yeah, he was freaking gray mustache, looked like the Monopoly guy.
And Paul just said, yeah, I'm in. Bet.
Hell yeah.
So there we go. A full slate of shows this week covering you Monday through Friday between both pods. Like Daniel said, the boys got you Tuesday, Thursday. I'm here for you Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then we'll probably meet up again on Sunday because I'm not planning on going to Bacchus. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
I probably won't either. I'll be there. I'll be with you.
I can guarantee you I will not.
So yeah, I don't.
No
so,
chance I will be
So
there.
here's the thing: my family gets together. I'm gonna tell y'all a secret, and I know my family's not listening to this right now. They subscribe to the page, but they're not listening. So and I love them. Shout out to them. They get together every year for Bacchus. Every year. That's like our Mardi Gras for our family. My wife has to work for Bacchus for the school bus company, so she'll be out there directing that. I will pop in with my family early, and I slide out. Like I'm never around for the end of Bacchus at all. Like once it gets started and they're in the heat of it, I dip. So I'm gonna make like a chip and dip on Sunday, and I'm gonna plan to be here with y'all. So let's keep this thing growing and growing. Thank you.
Keep
guys.
it going and growing.
I'll be here definitely on Sunday.
Yeah. So look, crossing streams. That's our thing. You're gonna see that. I just like randomly thought of that and threw that together. A little Canva action. So I hope y'all enjoyed that little Ghostbusters animation and callback.
Yeah.
So
The Michelin. Great movie.
oh man, look, what's funny? My wife told me today. She was like, I've never even seen Ghostbusters. I was like, you know what? I want a divorce.
We got to get her on that.
I'm disappointed in you. She's like, I don't watch that. And to her point, she doesn't. Like, she doesn't. It's not a type of movie. But anyway, not to get another soapbox. Thank you guys again. It's late. It's 11:30. We unfortunately have work tomorrow.
We do.
Good thing is next Monday We don't. It's Monday everywhere next Monday. It's Lundi Gras here in Louisiana, and we'll all be off so we can stay up late and party.
I'll be working next Monday.
Oh, Daniel.
Baton Rouge, it's a different world.
I will not. So,
look, I'm responsible to restaurants, but we running payroll tonight. I'm not working on Monday at all. Please, not all the female Ghostbusters. Oh, I am with you on that.
No, we were talking about the originals.
We were talking about the originals. We're not talking about that. That was such
first
a disappointment. Yeah. The first, even the one that came out a couple years ago was okay.
Yeah, it was not bad.
It wasn't bad, but still, the first two are just goated.
Yeah,
they're goated.
Yeah,
it's goat movies.
Can't beat
Paul
those
says, "I'm off. Let's go. Send me the link." Oh yeah, we're gonna be in it, baby. Don't you worry. We're gonna be in it. We're gonna be in it deep. So, like I say to start every show, grab your cup, grab your bottle, grab your glass, grab your can. Come hang out and chill with us. Look forward to y'all. Y'all have a blessed and safe, wonderful evening. Thank y'all and good. And Chip just